All right, so top of the show, we'll have an open on the board. We'll have a slow zoom on 2. Then we'll have a stinger in A. Alex will be up on 3 to the walk to the BMW. We'll have a 2-box VO in the BMW. We'll go from there. 1 minute. IB check 1, 2, 3. Got me, Alex? Cool. I see the movie. 45. $30. $15. Standby open on the board. Alex on 2. Stinger and A. Opens up. Standby 2. Go zoom. Alex is up.
Hello everyone.
Standby stinger and A.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight on NewsWest 9 at 10.
And A is up. Standby 3. And 3 is up.
We are following developing news tonight after a train derailment between Monahans and Pecos. The Ward County Sheriff's Office tells us that it happened here around 3 o'clock this afternoon off of I-20 near mile marker 63. That's just west of Pio. Go ahead and take a closer look now at footage from our reporter Tyler Dupnick, who was on scene getting some more information. You can see a lot of cars that were being hauled by the train ended up falling over as a result of the derailment. DPS
have a stinger on the board next.
Did not happen because of our
for social weather.
And luckily, no injuries have been reported. Now, in addition, DPS says none of the train cars that were involved contained hazardous materials. Union Pacific is investigating and railroad
Standby open on the board.
Are on scene.
And opens up. No, back out, Gabby, back out.
We had all kinds of severe weather in our viewing area.
Standby movie.
As you can see from these viewer photos, folks in Andrews saw just about everything, including
Standby movie.
Some pretty big sized hail.
And Moby's up.
Now with Chief Meteorologist Jordan Fraser. Jordan,
Standby Jordan.
Got hit the hardest here today. I think a lot of questions that people want to know is tomorrow we're going to see the same activity.
Well, yesterday and today were just a one-off incident because of that extremely strong dry line across the region.
Jordan's up.
Now, a lot of
nicely done, Gabby.
Well, here we are.
We'll have Moby back over to BMW
and that's
with Jordan.
Continue into tomorrow. You're feeling a bit of the aftermath right now. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, it's very humid out there. We still have a good amount of cloud cover across the region. Dew point humidity value is quite high. Some of those winds still pretty strong. Pressure is going back up though. That dry line is going to be moving its way out of our area, at least over the next few days, leaving us with plenty of sunshine and above average temperatures. Wind gusts right now still kind of being associated with a lot of these storms moving out. We're looking at gusts in Fort Stockton up to about 32 miles an hour.
1 minute.
Wind at about 28, Hobbs at about 23. You know what?
Jordan will walk to the BMW on Moby. We'll have tagboard in the BMW, then we'll wipe in a VO and a 2-box with Dan.
On top of Sonora, severe thunderstorm, warned storm till about
45.
That's just outside our region. And then there was one just to the north of Snyder, right now north of Rotan, about 70. We're keeping an eye on that one as well. Again, just outside the region, but those are the really strong ones that were hitting the area. Still going to be under that chance for severe
30.
weather, but again, a lot of that has already moved out. It's basically what we call the avocado forecast. Thanks for giving me that good name. It does look like an avocado. So here's our weather pattern for tomorrow. And yes, I know today was a long day, but you know what?
Standby Moby.
Thursday, short sleeves, hat, sunglasses, sandals. It's going to be hot, up to 92 degrees, so certainly on the warmer side.
And Moby's up.
A whole lot of activity.
Standby camera 3.
Entirety of the day. And I know that you guys are a little bit tired of this, but you know what? The biggest thing that we saw was that tornado-warned storm to actually outbeat Fort Stockton.
3 is up.
But
nice
Alex,
move.
This is not that.
Right, and every time we get severe weather, we count on you, the viewers at home, to share with us just what you're seeing, and we had no shortage of that today, Jordan. As you look at these photos, these are more in the Fort Stockton area. You're going to notice just one common theme, right? Like you were saying, it looks like a tornado, but
we'll wipe in the VO into the BMW next.
Which you're probably very familiar with things like dust devils. Pretty similar type of.
Let me know when you want to take it.
But stronger too. And of course, these are not actually worn by any means, which thank goodness too, because it was already active enough as it was. But it certainly provided really good picture. So thanks to everyone for sending that in.
Yeah, we have one monster video to show you.
And VO's up. Stand by 2 box
rolling across the roadway
with Dan.
Here, really telling. Again, thank you so much to your viewers at home for sending us this video. And as Jordan told us, these aren't exactly.
Let me know when you want to take the.
Dan Grigsby here.
2 boxes up. Stand by Dan full.
They're called landspouts. Dan, break it down for us.
That's right, Alex. Several viewers
and he's full.
Photos of the landspout that was
nicely done. Alex will be at 3-stack arts next. We'll have a transition on the board.
Landspouts are technically classified as tornadoes, although they differ from the classical twisters that often destroy homes and property. Here's another photo of the landspout sent in by Marcia Gonzalez. Looks like it. It's easy to see why people may have mistaken this for a classical tornado that forms from supercell thunderstorms.
We'll have a transition on the board. Alex will be up for VO, and then we'll get ready for an O box.
Question: what is the difference between a landspout and a classic tornado? Well, for one, landspouts typically.
He's about halfway through his script.
First, then move up to the cloud. The rotation within a landspout originates from the surface and is generally very weak, which explains the rope-like appearance. Landspouts don't.
I mean, he has a banner for his stuff anyway, so.
Minor damage can still occur, and your classic supercell tornado has some differences. It is formed from a rotating updraft, which first forms a wall cloud and then a cloud which eventually stretches from the cloud to the ground, forming a tornado. Tornadoes are larger and more powerful.
Standby transition on the board. Alex on 1.
They also last longer on the ground and can cause much more destruction and chaos. Despite one tornado warning earlier today, no tornado was reported in our viewing area. Alex?
And transitions up. Alex is up. Stand by VO.
Tonight at 10, we've just learned that
when I take this, we'll get ready for an O box.
It was a mega deal to buy shale driller Pioneer Natural Resources here in West Texas. That's all according to CNBC. They're reporting that the Federal Trade Commission will not block the deal to buy Pioneer after reaching an agreement with Exxon.
That looks good on 1. Thank you.
Sources. That agreement bars Pioneer's former CEO, Scott
We'll have an O box VO full, and then he'll be back up on 1 for VO white VO.
Due to concerns about his prior discussions with OPEC, Exxon and the FTC both declined to comment. Of course, we'll continue to follow this developing story, but for right now, it appears the way has been cleared for Exxon to go ahead and buy Pioneer. The $60 billion purchase would put Exxon deeper here in West Texas.
And
well, Odessa police need your help finding a suspect who allegedly robbed a smoke shop earlier tonight. Take a closer look, see if you recognize him. This is surveillance footage of the suspect. This happened around 7 o'clock tonight. The smoker
1 looks good there, thank you. He'll be up on 1 for a VO white VO next.
OPD is asking that if you recognize them, contact the department at 432-335-4961,
stand by 1.
Or you can call the Odessa Crime Stoppers at 333-TIPS.
And 1's up, stand by VO.
New Mexico still searching for the suspect responsible for killing someone behind the wheel after a metal rod drove through their windshield. Here's what we're learning tonight.
VO's up. We'll have a white VO next.
Wednesday, officers were called to the 5,000 block of National Parks Highway after a single car crash. Now, an investigation found that a metal welding rod fell off a car and flew through the windshield of the vehicle, hitting that driver, who was later pronounced dead at the scene. That metal rod has been identified as a metal grouser.
We'll have a white VO next.
Bronze alloy steel bar. Now, authorities tell us that these rods are used for things like building railroads, construction, welding, and other industrial applications. If you have any information on the suspect, you're asked to call Carlsbad Police at 575-885-2111. Now, the Eddy County Crime Stoppers are offering up to a $5,000 reward for any information should that lead to an arrest.
Yeah, white VO.
New details tonight on a crash in Gaines County that left a 19-year-old dead. According to DPS, it happened.
He'll be up on 1 for a VO next.
237. According to a crash report, 19-year-old Davis Rosales was heading eastbound on 62. He suddenly veered off the roadway. Rosales tried to overcorrect, but ended up hitting a culvert in a narrow ditch and crashed into a utility pole. He was pronounced dead at
Stand by one.
DPS is still investigating.
And one's up.
The police department conducting a sting operation at one local massage parlor.
VO's up. He'll be up for VO half screen next. When I take that, we'll move camera 1 to the verts. We'll also have a stinger in A.
At that massage parlor, which was operating under the name Oilfield Spa in the 400 block of North Highway 137. Now, police have been investigating the parlor after being tipped off from other sources. An undercover officer was sent into the spa where 57-year-old Yushi Han offered to perform sexual acts for money. Police arrested and charged Han with 2 counts of prostitution and booked her into the Martin County Jail.
Stand by one.
Now awaiting a bond hearing.
And one's
tonight,
up.
the Midland County Sheriff's
Stand by VO half screen.
Office is warning you of a new phone scam going around town.
VO half screen's up. Camera 1 to the verts.
Is impersonating local law enforcement, telling callers that they missed a court date, subpoena, or have an active warrant and demand money in the form of gift cards or debit credit cards.
One looks good. We'll have a stinger in A next.
Spoofing their number to mimic the sheriff's office phone line. MCSO wants to remind you that they will never contact you for money and to not give out your personal information.
We'll have a stinger in A. He'll be up on 1 for a VO. Stand by A.
Is pretending to be.
And A is up. Stand by 1. And 1's up.
Early voting numbers
Stand by
are
VO.
in for the upcoming election this Saturday, but not a whole lot of people have cast their ballots. Over
VO's up. We'll have a VO, white VO, white VO next.
People voted early. That's only about 5% of all registered voters there. And in Midland, nearly 3,000
During that, he'll move to Logomon.
early. That may sound like a big number, but we're told it's only 3.8% of all registered voters in Midland County. Now, luckily, if you didn't vote this past week, you do still have an opportunity this Saturday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. to vote at all registered voting centers.
And 1's up. Stand by VO.
Ballot in Howard County. The price tag, $219 million. First,
VO's up. Stand by white VO. He can move to Logomon.
Position A. Big Spring ISD wants to replace Big Spring High School that was built back in 1952 and build a new one instead. Now, this comes with the biggest price tag. The district also wants to add a music/band hall to Goliad Elementary. That's the school where all the 5th and 6th graders will be moved to starting next year. Now, Proposition A also looking at building a new soccer complex for the team
Stand by white
Big
VO.
Spring ISD just recently launched.
And white.
Now, let's take a look at Proposition B. The key focus is to move the 8-lane track over to Memorial Stadium. The district also wants to update the current lighting system that it has there. The district says the maximum
we'll have a stinger in B next.
would be about 31.8 cents. So
stinger in B, he'll be up for a couple of VOSOTs. Those SOTs will both be in B.
$50 a month for a home that costs $156,000. A reminder for you, Election Day in Howard County is set for this Saturday, May 4th.
And B is up. Stand by 2. And 2 is up. Stand by VO.
Today, Senator Cesar J. Blanco joined the Texas Department of State Health Services for the grand opening of a brand new clinic in the area.
VO's up. Stand by SOT in B.
This clinic represents a crucial step forward in providing families access to essential health care services, especially here in West Texas. Blanco tells us there are obstacles with providing those services.
B is up.
Access to quality healthcare, it's not easy when you live in rural communities or in far West Texas. So we're very much aware of that. And this
will we continue VO? Then he'll be back up on 2 for another VOSOT side B.
You know, when you look at everything east of 35, I-35 corridor, all of West Texas, we've got our healthcare challenges. Even the urban communities in West Texas have challenges getting access to healthcare. So. Know that your elected leaders are working closely with local elected leaders to broaden that access and get access to the care in your
Continue VO.
Now that clinic
will be up on 2.
Will provide what they say is well-needed services.
Stand by 2.
Preventative care, dental care, immunizations, and much more.
And 2 is up. Stand by VO.
Signing ceremony today for some of its students taking their skills to the collegiate level, but we're not talking about their skills in sports. Instead,
VO's up. Stand by SOT in B.
Students going to college for degrees in fine arts. That includes acting, music, and painting, just to name a few. One student is even signing on to one of the most exclusive acting programs in the country.
B is up.
I watched Stranger Things for the first time, and I saw kids my age acting, and I was like, wow, I kind of want to do this.
Well, but continue VO, then he'll be up on 2 for VO half screen.
To start acting in movies, you know, acting on TV shows, even on Broadway. Really, anything, anywhere I can act, I just want to act. It's what I love to do. But the main goal, hopefully, fingers crossed, is somewhere in the near future I can win an Oscar.
Continue VO.
Now, other schools that students are heading to include UTPB, Abilene Christian, the University of North Texas, and Texas Tech.
And 2 is up. Stand by VO half screen.
Clay shoot kicking off today, and if you want to take part, you still have a chance. The 3-day
VO half screen
runs through Friday.
We'll have a white VO next.
In Martin County. This shoot raises money for new equipment and technology for Midland and Odessa Police, along with the Midland and Ector County Sheriff's Offices. Thursday and Friday afternoon rotations are still available, and if you want to register, all you have to do is log on to bussinforbadges.org. And hey, be sure to join our NewsWest 9 team tomorrow. If you come out there,
stand by white VO.
Be there, so stop by and say hello at our booth.
And white VO.
And the Midland Humane Coalition is getting ready for this weekend's 10th annual hot dog run.
We'll have a stinger in A. He'll be up Central to a package in A.
And 1 mile run, and your dog is more than welcome to join you. The theme this year is Cinco de Mayo, and the run raises money for the Humane Coalition's pet rescue efforts. This run will be at the school's Allison Fine Arts building starting Saturday morning at 8:30. Make sure to check out our NewsWest 9 team. We'll also be out there hosting the pet costume contest. If you still need to sign up, head over
Standby stinger in A.
.org/hotdogrun.
And A is up. Standby 2. And 2 is up.
It's the middle of the week, and hey, not only that,
standby package in A.
The month of May. I know that's hard to believe, but the NewsWest 9 Sunrise team is working hard to make sure you start off your Thursday morning on the right foot.
Standby A.
Lopez to give you a sneak peek.
A is up.
Happy Wednesday night. I'm going
3
to
stack tees is next.
For you. The pain you're feeling at the pump is about to ease up. It looks like we have another reason to love the spring season after all. We'll break it all down for you. And if you fly Southwest Airlines and had a flight canceled, say, about 2 years ago, they want to make it
standby
up to you and
tees.
everyone else in the same
Just
boat.
one.
They launched a flight compensation program. Tell you how you can benefit tomorrow on Sunrise.
And tees is up.
All right, Victor, thank you.
Standby break.
Next on NewsWest 9 at 10, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton going after the Biden administration over new rules on private gun sales, why Paxton is calling it unconstitutional after break.
And we're out.